lose my breath whenever I see you.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm sitting down to organize my binder that I keep all of my high schoolers, homeschool grades, records inside. I need to clean things out with my oldest daughter having just graduated, and I need to get it ready to go for the new school year since I will only have 2 in high school and 1 in 8th grade doing some high school classes. So if you guys missed the video where I show you and explain how I record keep very simply, you can go and check that video out. This is going to be kind of a continuation of that, but we are starting off in my kitchen because I am going to be making a matcha to enjoy while I do this, and so I figured I would share that with you guys too. I'm gonna need to adjust my tripod to show you everything, but first you're gonna start with, I'm a coffee girl through and through, but I do like the benefits of matcha, and so I picked some up in Hawaii and I'm excited to have it. So anyway, you need 4 ounces of filtered water, and then you're gonna take a tablespoon of matcha, and I'm gonna add collagen to mine. You don't need to do this step, but I'll be putting both of those in. And then like a teaspoon of real maple syrup and a good spoonful, this is key, of this vanilla bean paste. I got this on Amazon. Definitely check it out. And then you're gonna add your milk of choice to it. Mix it all together, froth it up, and then add ice. So that's the recipe we're doing. I'm gonna make one for myself before I sit down and get my binder ready for our next homeschool year, and I thought you guys would wanna hang out with me while I did that, and I can show you and explain what I'm doing. Really simple, but has been my tried and true method all the way through my daughter's graduation and acceptance into college from homeschooling, and so it's just helped me be organized and be on track, but a yummy drink always makes things better.
You added colors, like the moon needs the sun. We don't care about the others. You set my world on fire.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna empty out what is no longer needed. I am going to hang on to my daughter who just graduated, her high school transcripts and the record sheets just in a separate little folder in here. I don't know, I just don't wanna throw those away yet, even though everything is all said and done, but I'm gonna take out the old stuff and separate her stuff into a separate folder. So this is the same binder that I've had forever, but I did get myself some new page protectors, and I also got some new pens, Papermate Flare pens. They're my favorite. I got those on Prime Day. They were on sale. So on the front, it just says Grace and Grit, my channel name. So I'm gonna go through it now and clean out the old stuff. That's gonna be step number 1.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire.
All right, so I did that now, and as I was doing that, I found in my notebook that has, I'll show you guys. When I very first started homeschooling, I wrote down in here why I'm homeschooling, like as my original why, and I just wanted to save that because it's such like a testimony in and of itself. But in that notebook, I found like a planning sheet that I had from 2019 and 2020 for monthly morning basket themes that I was doing. What we were doing daily, what we were doing some days, the Good and the Beautiful science units that I planned out quarterly, which ones we were doing, language arts levels. This was before the Good and the Beautiful math. So we were using Horizons math and the Good and the Beautiful language arts and science, typing, history, crazy. And then I had some book lists on the back. So wow, That's crazy. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do now is I am going to take all of my kids' high school record keeping sheets. Again, you can buy these off my website. I created them because I needed them, and they've just been the best way for me to keep track of all of my kids. If you have multiple children, you will not remember what classes they did in 8th grade. That might count on their high school transcript. Trust me, I know. And so when it came time to create transcripts for my oldest daughter and my son, who's graduating this year coming up, I used these like a breeze, 30 minutes each, and they were great. In the other video that I already did, I share what transcript I used and all of that. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna order them for each of my kids for 12, the current grade they're in backward essentially. So for my son who's in 12th grade, he's gonna have 12th on top, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, and I think he even did some high school level courses in 7th. So he's got a few of these sheets. That's what's great about these things is you can photocopy them and use them for all of your kids. And then I'm gonna put a page protector in between him and my next son, and a page divider, not protector, in between for my daughter. So that's gonna be next for getting this organized.
You set my world on fire. I don't know what I do.
All right, so now that I have the page dividers in for everyone, to give you a little glimpse at what it looks like, there's some things in here that I can't show because they have like personal information on them, but I put one at the front, and then I have my son's blank sheet right here for his high school record for 12th grade, because I am gonna fill that in with his classes now that we have purchased curriculum and all that for the upcoming year. And then I have last year, which was 11th grade, and the record keeping sheet keeps all this information for you. I still need to write in his final grades. We finished school and went off to Hawaii, and I have not done that. So I need to actually do that, but those are all there. And then for 10th grade, this is his page. And then 9th grade, this was his page and his final grades. Then in 7th and 8th grade, the high school classes he was taking then. And then behind that, I have a copy of his transcript that is up to date, but I can't show that because it has personal information on it. But I have it in a page protector like this, and I have one for all of my kids who have a high school transcript, and every year when I update it, I print out a new copy. So now my next step, and I've repeated that over for all of my kids, I have moved my daughter's high school records into here, and now I have some things for college. So for this, I have a little folder for her, and then getting ready to start the college process for my son, so I've got another folder here for him and one for my son right behind him. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and write in my kids' classes for the upcoming homeschool year of everything that they're going to be taking. That's where my fresh pack of pens comes in. That's what I'm gonna do now.
Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you.
All right, so I have finished filling this in, and this is my son's for example. So I have listed out his name, his grade, and the school year because that is important for the transcript. And then on my record keeping sheet, I have the course name and description. So I have his English, language arts listed out from the good and the beautiful. He's going to be doing pre-calculus plus trigonometry. He's going to be doing biology plus a lab. He's going to be doing US history plus American literature. He's going to be doing Spanish 1 and we are going to be doing logic together as a family, so that counts as like a philosophy course. And so that is what his transcript has written down on it. So now it's all ready for this school year. So I did the same thing for everyone who's taking high school level classes. So now I'll just kind of show you guys what is in here besides those things. So on the front, I just have my Grace and Grit cover sheet. On the back of this, I have a page. I was gonna take it out, but we'll just leave it in here. That has school year check-in points. So I have quarter one, what lessons we should be on for BJU and the Good and the Beautiful, and then any other curriculum we use either falls into the 180-day category, which correlates with BJU, or the 120-day, which correlates with the Good and the Beautiful. And so I do that for the whole school year, just so I can briefly scan, let's say on November the 1st, and say, okay, we should be by the end of February on lesson number 90 for BJU and on 60 for the Good and the Beautiful. And that just helps me. And then in here, I have my state's high school, public school requirements there, just for reference when I very first started doing high school at home. I told you guys how I set up the page protectors. So this is for my oldest son. This is for my middle son. And then his transcripts will go in here. And then I have my youngest daughter's, because she's starting to do some high school level stuff right here, and where her transcripts will go. Then I keep my Homeschool Y, my very original one, in here. Then I have my oldest daughter's high school and college records for ease. That way I don't have to go digging things out. I have some blank ones for her brothers for the same thing. And I have a college guide that I purchased from Jennifer Russum. I found her account on Instagram, and she's a professor, but she teaches at Arizona Christian University, and she put together a little guide. So I have that in here. And that is everything that I keep in here for keeping my high school records on track. And my state, which I mentioned this in the other video, but I probably should say it again, doesn't require anything. So this is just all for me and to set my kids up for success. As far as daily attendance goes, that is in this planner of mine that I use. And again, I don't report to my state, so that this is strictly because I like to keep track of it and I like to be diligent. So that's what I'll be using my planner for. So that's a look at a little bit of planning with me. My matcha is almost gone. This is delicious. Try that recipe that I gave you guys at the beginning. I know you'll love it. I'll link to some things in the description box, but thank you so much for checking another homeschool prep thing off my list with me. I hope you guys are enjoying your summers, however you take them, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye, friends.
I just wanna love you, just wanna